So one of the worst things you can do as a man is quitting. And I wholeheartedly believe this. And it's just one of the worst things you can do in life in general is quitting on something that you ultimately knew and you maybe still know will be worth it, right? If you just don't quit, everything will fall into place. And let me explain. I've been in the online business world for like coming up to 5 years now, like properly, and I've gone through ups and downs. I've gone through times where most men would have quit. I've gone through great times as well. And I understand that, no matter what, every single year I have been growing. Every single year I've learned lessons, whether it's been actual material stuff that I've gained or just spiritual kind of lessons and stuff that have served me and have made me a better person than I was last year. And that all came from just not quitting. If you don't quit, everything will genuinely fall into place, because there's really only two options, right? You either quit or you give up and you fail, and you basically never achieve what it is you initially wanted, right? I'm just taking the example of like business right now because it's one of the most easy to explain examples when it comes to quitting and persevering, right? And you got to understand like kind of a couple things here. If you don't quit, firstly, you are going to automatically win by sheer force due to the fact that most of your competitors are quitting, all right? Or they will quit eventually if they haven't yet. And if you are the man out of a pool of 100 people, right, that just persists, is relentless, never ever gives in, never quits, has moments where he's thinking about quitting and maybe he takes 1 or 2 days where he's really, really close to quitting, right, and throwing in the towel, but you pick yourself back up again and you continue moving forward, you're automatically going to win, simply due to the law of the universe being that on a long enough time frame, most people are going to quit. And so if you're the exception out of this pool of 100 people that doesn't quit, well, you're going to be the last one standing. Okay. That's the first point. And that goes for any industry, any business, and any field of life, really. But then secondly, if you just don't quit, and maybe you're like moving a bit more slower compared to other people in the industry. Maybe you're not quite getting the results that you expected you'd have by now, right? As an example, and which can 100% be demotivating sometimes. It can, that in fact is often the leading cause for people to quit, is because they think they should be somewhere by now, which is a lot further than where they actually are. And therefore they look at that and they're like, oh damn, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I suck. Maybe I should actually quit. But you got to understand, by simply taking it day by day and telling yourself, okay, I'm going to give this one more day. All right. I'm going to give this one more day, one more week, one more month. You will automatically become more capable as a person, because believe it or not, or whether you realize it or not, every single day where you persist, every single day where you hit the gym when you really didn't feel like it, every single day that you put in to your business when you really feel like quitting, every extra rep that you put in, right, to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish right now, when things are maybe not even going your way, is a day that is making you more capable, more skilled, making you able to learn new things. And so even if you wanted to be somewhere after, like, say 2 years of doing a certain thing, and after 2 years you're maybe not there, right, you're not even maybe close to it, just understand that it will come with time, right? Sometimes you'll get there sooner. Sometimes in most cases it'll take more time than what you actually expected it to take, right? That's where our expectations as human beings can be like a double-edged sword, right? They can prompt you to be motivated, expecting, okay, like in a year's time, you'll have all of this, you'll have accomplished all of that. But then if that doesn't happen, that can, as I said earlier, it can actually be harmful to you, because then it'll prompt you to want to quit, because you'll be like, oh, this isn't working. So you've got to manage your expectations, but you've also got to understand that literally just with time and sticking to one thing in a specific field, you will automatically become one of the best in that field. Okay, simply because you're taking action every single day, and whether it's immediate or not, you will see results eventually. Right? Like, I've noticed in my personal life, as I said at the start of this video, like every single year I've been growing. Okay. Every single year I've like at least grown in one specific field of my life. Some years have been exponential compared to others, some years a bit more steady, and the thing is I'm still very, very early on in my, you could say, business career or just life as a whole, really. Okay. And I understand I've still got yet so many more things to learn, but it's also why I've got my inner circle, which is called the Mastery Brotherhood, because I'm on a path, and I believe every single man should be on a path of self-mastery. And so I understand I haven't got everything figured out in my life, but I also understand there's loads of other men that haven't got anything figured out or very little figured out. And so by having this inner circle, it can only help everyone, right? By basically having every other member join me on my path of self-mastery, and also have other members provide value to everyone else. But that's besides the point, right? If you're on the path of self-mastery, and if you understand that you want to tap into your full potential and really achieve great things in life, you just simply can't give up, okay? And you've got to believe that with time, you are going to become more skilled as a person, more competent, and that is naturally going to give you more confidence.